Hey everyone, I just want to share a story with you that I heard. When I was at Montevi's offices, there's a guy there who's one of the youngest black diamonds in Montevi. Very, very sharp guy. Actually, I like this guy a lot. He has made so much money, it'll blow your mind, but he's also had a team of people that made a ton of money. So we're sitting there, we're talking about startup packages and how this industry works and how people are, I don't know if I can afford it, and they have all these, silly ideas. Whatnot, instead of really looking at the big picture about making money. Okay, they're so focused on spending money they forget about the making money portion. And he tells me this story, and I was so blown away with this story, I have to share it and tell you guys, because this is the difference of people that are ready to change and make things happen compared to those who would rather make excuses, sit on the fence, and 6 months later still have that lousy job and be mad that everybody else on the internet's making money. Okay, woe is me, I can never make money, this and that. Okay, I hear it all the time, and I see the actions of people, and it's no wonder why they're there compared to the people that are elsewhere at the top. Okay, so here's the story. He tells me, listen, I have a huge international business in China, we're doing great, but I got these guys in Brazil that were creating all these black diamonds like crazy. They were just one after the other. And he goes, that's insane. And I said, well, I don't know really anything about it. Why is that insane? And he said, because these guys were living on literally just a few $100s a month. That's it. They were in the poverty section of Brazil, and they were making under $1,000 a month to make a living on. Okay, as bad as it gets, but they did not want to live that way. They had desire and they had drive, crazy drive to get out of that position and want to make money, 5 figures a month. Now all these guys are making over 5 figures a month. Can you imagine going from just a few $100s in your pocket to over 5 figures a month? How did they do it? Well, Montevi, okay, who's starting Mint, okay, I'm going to get back to Mint here in a minute, actually had sign-up packages all the way up to $2,000. And one of those guys only made a few $100s in a whole month, got in Montevi at one of the top package, because he knew if he came in at the top, he was going to make more money. Okay, he knew if there was all the benefits that came with the top. How did he do it? Well, he was smart. He said, how do businessmen make their money? So when like a phone company starts an app, a lot of these apps, what do? They go and get funded. Okay, they get other people to spend their money on the product, and then it's successful, and then they make a bunch of money. Like stock offerings. A lot of these companies, they go out there and they give these stock offerings to get people to gather a bunch of money together so then the company can start, and then when the company starts making money. Most of the smart business owners never, ever use their own money, and that's called OPM, other people's money. Okay? So when the richest of the rich use other people's money, why wouldn't the poor of the poor go use other people's money? Same concept, right? You're trying to start a business, and you want to make the big money. So what did he do? He's making a few $100s a month. He knows that he wants to get at the very top of the business. How does he do it? Okay, Brazil's very hard to get money, by the way. It's not like the United States. There's all these lenders and credit cards and all this stuff. He went and found a guy that does payday loans, and he borrowed $2,000. And he used all that money, okay, which is more money than he makes in months, because he had desire, he had drive. He gets in at the very top spot in Montevi. So what does he do? He goes around and tells everybody he knows that's poor and broke, I can make you rich. I can show you how to get out of this area. And they say, what do? He goes, I'm going to show you, don't pull a single dime out of your pocket. If I could show you how to make a ton of money and not pull one single penny out of your pocket, would you do it, yes or no? Well, of course these guys are desperate and said, yes, I'll do it. Takes them down to the payday loan. He gets them a payday loan. They come in, $2,000. Then another guy comes in for $2,000. Another guy comes in for $2,000. Another guy comes in for $2,000. Guess what? Montevi paid every week. So this guy now, who went out there with not using his own money, got a payday loan. Okay, now he's already in profit, pays off the loan, uses other people's money, didn't spend one penny out of his pocket, and all of a sudden, I think Calvin was telling me in a month or two, the guy's like, shot up through the ranks and went black diamond, making 5 figures a month now. Has this whole team of people there that are making a few $100s, all making over 5 figures a month. And they're like, exploding. These guys' incomes are going through the roof. I think you got guys who make more than that now. But I'm like, man, all these people go Black Diamond, they didn't have money. And I hear people all the time, man, I don't know if I'd come up money for a kit. Well, just so you know, Mint's going to have 3 different ways to come in. All are affordable. But if you're thinking like a broke person, I don't know what I can afford to spend, because you're not looking like a rich person. What are rich people say this? What is my return on investment and how fast? Well, Mint's going to pay every week. So we're allowing you right now to go out and pre-build an entire team. So when we launch, you got all these people that are going to come in and upgrade. So you can spend money now, okay, when you get a kit, when we launch that, and a week later you could be paid. You could have more in your pocket in a week than you do right now for getting in the business, okay, because you have a way to pre-build it. All these people are going to come in. You know, think about other people's money. If I go out and put it on a credit card, the credit card doesn't even bill me for 30 days. In that 30 days, you know what kind of money I'm going to make in Mint in 30 days? You know what a lot of the people on my team are going to make in 30 days because of this crazy launch? I mean, Monavie is spending millions and millions of dollars. We're going to make all this noise. We're going to have presentations, webinars. We're going to show the money, everybody. And everybody's going to see the money and say, man, I need to be there. Okay, that's what's happening right now. So what people have to think of is how much drive and desire do you have to get out of the current situation that you're in? And are you going to think like you're going to be a top earner? We are creating top earners. You are at the very, very top of going to be a multi-million, probably billion-dollar company. Monavie did $1 billion in 2 years. If you could go back in your time machine and get a spot and knew that you'd maximize your spot and get at that very top position like you have in Mint and Monavie, and watch that ride that goes up to $1 billion in just 2 years, how much money would you be making today? You'd be making so much money today, it'd be unreal to have one of those very top spots. That's what you have in Mint, a very, very top spot. So what I'm going to talk to people about, and we're going to do a lot of webinars on the comp plan to show you how to maximize it. We're going to show you how to get your car. We're going to show you how to make the most money. Okay, all that's coming. But one of the things I want to say is what desire do you have? And, you know, you are looking at a spot that most people dream about. And I've been in network marketing 12 years, and I've never in 12 years seen a top spot in a company like this come available for normal people. Doesn't happen, won't happen again. It's happening now. So are you going to look at return on investment and how fast, knowing that a lot of you can come in here and make thousands and thousands your very first month, if not 5 figures plus, your very, very first 30 days, and get started paying weekly? Or are you going to say, well, I don't know if I can do this or whatever. Okay, if you're like that, then you might as well go live in Brazil for a few $100s a month. Because if those guys, if that one guy didn't figure out how to do that and now makes more money than most people in the United States make, he was living on a few $100s and said, man, I hate my situation. I hate my life. I hate living in this ghetto. I'm going to get out. And he figured out a way. Okay, I love that. I love success stories. Okay, most of the people that are filthy rich, if you read it, they figured out a way out of some of the biggest odds. You know, Puff Daddy, one of the biggest rappers, used to get on a train 2 hours a day to go get coffee and run errands just to learn the music business. 2 hours a day, didn't even get a paycheck. Why? Because he knew the return on investment. Now he makes $50 million a year. Do you think he looks at running and getting some guy's coffee today? I don't think so. Do you think anybody looks at startup costs in a business that's a multimillionaire today? Many of them don't. There's people that worked at car washes for $5 an hour that are now multimillionaires in this industry because they found a way. Okay? These guys were living on a couple $100s a month. Most people in the United States live on way more than a couple $100s a month. And yet, they used other people's money, didn't pull one penny out of their pocket, and now they're making more money than most people will ever see. Now, that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I love. And those are the kind of people I want to work with, because we're going to go out there and we're going to make people a ton of money. Find your way. And if you do that and you got a top spot over here, you're never, ever, ever going to look back. If you start making big checks every single week, you will never, ever look back. We're going to change a lot of people's lives, probably yours. And that's what I'm so excited about, man. I'm just pumped up. It's 8, 9 o'clock my time right now, and I'm just like, I can't. I feel like I took in 2,000 milligrams of caffeine right now. I'm so pumped up. All right, everybody. Talk to you soon.